Hello and happy Saturday morning. Good morning, friends. I am Veggie D.
Hey, good morning, friends. I'm Shauna Rasta, and we're here on the ECCO Show.
It is a pleasure to meet you, sir.
It's good to meet you too,
Good
Veggie D.
morning. Sounds like you've had plenty of coffee this morning.
It is a good morning. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. It's going to be awesome. We got a great show.
Yeah, we do have a great show, and it is definitely a pleasure to have you on this show.
Man,
wow.
I feel like I've known you for 1,000 years.
Wow.
I mean, this is going to be awesome.
I was thinking more of a million, but wow, we're good.
So, Veggie D, before we jump in, what are we going to be talking about today?
I was about to get to that, sir.
Okay.
I know you're like ready to run the race already.
I'm ready to run the race.
Speaking of running a race.
You know what race I like?
Oh, what race do you like?
I love me some race cars.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the bunny rabbits racing against each other again.
Bunny rabbits are good too.
Bunny rabbits and turtles. I know you're all about that. Well, good morning, friends. We're going to be talking about running the race. Not the race with bunny rabbits and turtles or bluebirds and pigeons.
That's true.
That's true. But running a race. And our athletic director, Coach Parker, from the ECCO Institute.
You know, Coach Parker, I'll tell you what, man.
What do you know about Coach Parker?
That guy can bench about 1,000 pounds, man.
1,000 pounds.
He's a good thing he's our athletics director here at the ECCO Institute.
I am very impressed. I cannot wait to.
And he can run about 1,000 miles too.
So I get the opportunity to meet you and Coach Parker at the same time.
You met Coach Parker before, Veggie D.
I have. Well, my memory sometimes doesn't serve me correctly.
It's okay. It's okay.
Whew. Are we ready to move on?
You know I'm ready.
Oh, you ready to run that race? All right. Get your hands moving, friends. Are ready for, let's go. We do a drum roll. 3, 2, 1. The challenge of the day.
And baby, I'm excited for some challenge. It's going to be a good day.
Wonderful. I'm so excited that you are excited.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right.
Veggie D, if you don't mind, I'd love to spin that wheel.
Oh.
Can I spin it?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Veggie D, here we go. I'm ready.
I'm quite honored that you want to spin that wheel.
I'm going to run that race. You ready?
Let's go.
Oh, I don't think you're ready, Veggie D.
Oh, whew, buckle in. Let's go.
You're feeling it now, Veggie D.
You could have done better than that, my friend. You could have. No, let's stop. We're talking about a race here.
Okay.
Let's spin that correctly.
You're right, Veggie D.
Come on.
Here we go.
There you go.
That's
There we go.
Is that good for you, Veggie D? All right, here we go.
There you go.
We got number 3.
Number 3.
Come on down.
Number 3. Come on down.
Number 3.
Oh, you're the winner of. Oh, there you are, number 3. Come on down.
There's nobody over there, Veggie D.
It's my
just us.
It's my invisible
just
friend.
Just us on the show.
My invisible friend, number 3.
That's not a real person.
Number 3.
Okay.
This is a real person. Do not hurt number 3's friend.
All right. So what's number 3?
Thank you. Thank you, number 3. I appreciate it.
Do you know what number 3 is?
Just gave me the instructions for what we're doing today.
Okay.
Right here.
You tell me.
Open it up. Thank you. We're good. All right. Number 3. Thank you. Our number 3 instructions are this. Oh! What's that, number 3?
Did they just lay that down on the table?
Yes, they did.
You know, I think I got some over here on my side of the table, too.
Oh, there you go. We've got some Hubba Bubba. Ooh.
Bubble tape.
Yeah.
You know, I
was about to call it fruit by the foot, but that's something different.
I actually used this to fix my plumbing the other day. You know, I had a leak underneath my sink. Yeah. And this stuff works like a charm.
I've got to remember.
Tell you what, I go over there, you know, the duct tape, it don't work all the time, but this stuff, you chew this up, wrap it around that, it is good.
He is absolutely brilliant.
But today, we got something else in mind, okay?
Yeah, we do.
We're going to just be blowing bubbles with this stuff.
You talked to number 3 before?
I did, actually.
So you have the intel.
I did actually.
You know what's going on.
Yeah, it's that ESPN I got going on.
Oh, that ESPN.
Okay, so today,
so why don't you tell us, man?
We're going to roll this tape out here, okay?
Look at that. He did talk to number 3.
All right, so you're going to hold that down there for me, Veggie D.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
So we're going to set that down, and we're going to do 3 rounds of this.
3?
Chew by the foot.
Do you know how to count to 3?
I think so.
All right.
I can count on the wheel. See, 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, there you go. I think the color coordination also helps you.
It helps. So here we go. So round number 1.
All right, round number 1.
We're going to pull out 1 foot, only 1.
Only one.
Not 2, not 3, just 1.
Just 1.
1 foot on the tape here, okay?
All right.
So we're going to roll out that 1 foot of gum.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to chew it in our mouths.
Oh.
And then we're going to blow a bubble as fast as we can. You ready?
All right, so you give instructions extremely well.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Where else have you given instructions before? I mean, you've got so much practice. You're so good at it.
Would you believe it or not, I've actually given directions here on the ECCO Show before.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Shall we?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Go right
Fedgy D.
ahead, my friend.
Here we go, Fedgy D.
May
I'm
I
gonna
call
break
you my
mine
friend?
off. You can.
Oh, very good.
I think we've met in a previous life.
Very good.
All right, here we go.
All right, so I'm gonna get this ready here, up to there. Very good. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and fold it up nice and.
All right, Fed.
All right.
Here we go.
Cool.
Me and Fedgy D. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go. Takes kind of a while though. Get a bubble gum.
I think we may have to fast forward this part, Fedgy D.
True story.
My jaws are getting a workout now.
Still not there yet.
Nope.
We will definitely be here a while.
Fedgy D, you did it!
I did it.
You did it!
Booyah!
Okay, so that was good. You won round one. You beat me.
Okay.
And Fedgy D, I think there's a trash can over there we can spit our gum out in. Because
Sweet.
we got to get 2 more feet in the next challenge. Okay.
I've heard we have a special guest named Pat Attack who can bring us a trash can.
Oh, we do.
We do. Number 3 just told me.
Hey,
Pat Attack,
hey
look
there.
at you.
Pat Attack, nice to see you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Oh, he's gonna bring over the other one. Wow.
Oh.
This guy is fast. We're talking about running the race. This guy is
There
racing.
we go. Woo! Where he just like stepped out of nowhere.
All right.
So now
round
we
2.
need
You need 2 feet of tape,
2 feet.
Fedgy D.
You sure you know how to measure out 2 feet?
I think so.
Okay.
I actually measured, like I said, when I was fixing that sink, I had to measure for the pipe we needed underneath there, you know.
Gotcha.
All right, 2 feet, 2 feet of tape.
Love
That's
it.
about right there, you know.
Sweet.
Okay, you ready, Fedgy D?
Ooh, I am ready.
Here we go. Okay.
All right.
Man, eating that's half the fun.
Whoa!
Nope, ain't elastic enough. Too much sugar in there. Fedgy D, I think I just won. I just beat you. Just blew a bubble there,
You
Fedgy
just
D.
beat me.
I just got
Wow.
you. So that's round 1.
Wow.
You. Round 2 for me.
You've come back.
He certainly is running that
Whoa.
race. Fedgy D.
Wow.
He is running that race. I'll tell you
Something
what.
else.
He is so fast. Look at
Absolutely.
this. He's already over here.
Wow.
Holy
it's like
cow.
Batman. It's like comes out of the shadows just like that.
Okay.
Woo.
So Fedgy D, there's no point in measuring out this one because we got 6 feet, and 6 minus 2 minus 1 is 3.
Wow.
So let's just chew
You
all.
are a smart man.
Oh, thank you, Fedgy D. I appreciate that.
Using this on those pipes to stop the water.
So-
be able to do math like that.
That should be about 3
quite
feet
impressed.
right there. So let's chew all that. I'm gonna keep mine in a big wad. I don't know why you're unraveling yours there.
I thought I would ravel it just to make sure there's no. I'm good. I'm good. I was
okay.
Sure there was no
Okay, nothing else in the gum.
ground squirrels.
Nope, nothing else. No bats either.
Bluebirds.
All right, you ready? Oh, here we go.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
This has got to be the worst of them all, Fedgy D. I reckon this is going to take about an hour. I feel like I'm in the big leagues now. Fed, would you believe it that I once chewed all 6 feet of this at one time before?
Wow.
It was in the Olympics. Yeah. Used to be an Olympic sport before they outlawed it. The guy's jaw fell clean off. I think I'm ready to stop chewing this bubble gum.
My teeth are hurting. I'm gonna send.
I can feel the cavities.
Pat attack my dental bill.
I can feel the cavities forming right now. Okay. Was that a bubble?
Probably.
Veggie D, I'll count that one. That was a good bubble right there.
Then I got it. Yes.
You beat me, Veggie D.
I tried.
You have got the power.
It was very tiny.
Yeah, the power to chew some bubble gum, that's for sure.
Friends at home, never, ever put that much bubble gum in your mouth at one time. Not fun.
Yeah. Wow, that was disgusting, Veggie D.
Well,
tell you what, that's gross.
That was a bit gross.
Nope.
Now, what's that, number 3?
You know, I would tell our friends at home that you could try that challenge maybe at home, but maybe chew like a couple pieces of bubble gum, maybe not 3 feet.
That's a good point.
Because it's probably be easier to blow a bubble too with a couple pieces, right? Not the full 3 feet or 2 feet or even 1 foot. You know.
Well, we talked about running the race because I know you could keep talking about bubble gum all day.
We did. That's true.
And I know we are about to go see athletic director Coach Parker right now.
That's true.
About running the race, getting you some extra speed there. Not that you need it, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got these speed straps underneath my hair, cut in by the barber.
For speed.
Yeah, they're nice. They make me run real fast.
Let's go check this out with Coach Parker.
Okay, sounds good. See you, Coach Parker.
Hey ECCO Institute, I'm Coach Parker, and today we're going to be running a marathon. So grab your running shoes, get some water, and get ready to run a long distance. When running a marathon, you really have to keep a lot of things in mind. You have to drink plenty of water so you don't get dehydrated. You have to stretch so you don't cramp your muscles. And then you also have to practice running far distances. When running a marathon, you really have to focus on what is ahead of you because marathons are really long and you have to be ready and prepared for whatever is to come. Whew. As I mentioned before, a race requires a lot of endurance, and in the middle of a race, sometimes your body will start to hurt and you won't want to keep going, but we can't stop during a race or else we're never going to get where we're going. So we have to really persevere and watch the finish line and really push on toward it. So to relate that to the story, Paul sent a letter out to the Philippians and he just told them, he encouraged them that they should keep pushing on even in the struggles. And guess where Paul sent that from? He sent that from prison. So he was really struggling. He was having a hard time, but he knew that as long as he ran the race with God and he had God on his side, he could go anywhere. So he pushed on through the hard times. So whenever we're doing a race, we got to really have endurance and we got to really persevere. See you guys later. Oh, and don't forget, stay hydrated.
Wow, Coach Parker, thank you so much. That was some great words about running a race. I've tried to run so many races before.
You have? Have you ever won any races?
I've never I've run some races, but I've never won any races.
Oh, you've never won any races?
That 5 times fast.
You know what's actually really funny?
What's that?
You're actually running a race right now.
Am I running a race?
You are.
Oh, wow.
That's actually what we're talking about today, Fedge.
We are?
Yeah, running a race in our spiritual life.
In our spiritual life.
Yes.
Oh, and we talked about Paul.
Uh-huh.
And Paul reminded me of a classic underdog. Oh, look at this doggy. Woo, woo. And an underdog is somebody, it's supposed to lose. Sometimes you might have teams they might be set to lose. We think they're going to lose, but they end up winning. They end up winning in the end, and it's super califragilisticexpialidocious awesome. So these underdogs, and it kind of reminds me of Paul because, well, he was like an underdog.
How was that, Fedge?
Well, a lot of people thought he was going to lose to the point where near the end of his life, he had been writing and going around all the world telling people about Jesus, and it was amazing. But people in authority, like the Romans, well, they wanted him to lose. And so he was like an underdog. And he ended up being thrown in jail, friends, thrown in jail, and still from that jail telling people about Jesus. And that nothing else mattered. Nothing else mattered but his life with Christ.
It even says he counts it all as loss, right?
That's true.
Because if it wasn't for Jesus.
And he actually was a top dog earlier in his life. It was absolutely crazy.
But even when he was sitting in jail or being persecuted or beaten or whatever, he still counted as glorification of God because he had such a great relationship with him.
Amen. He went from being top dog to an underdog, and that was okay with him. He gave it all up to follow after Christ. So when people made fun of him for following after Christ or saying, why are you doing that? Or stop talking about Jesus, he wouldn't stop. He kept writing letters all throughout, even like I just said, even in a Roman prison near the end of his life, he was still writing to people about following Jesus, and like you said, counting it all as lost, which reminds me of running a race. See, when I run a race, I just want to give up.
Why? Because it's hard.
I'm tired.
It's
hard. I just want to fall down and say, I can't do it anymore, and I just want to stop. But Paul, he was like running a race, wasn't he?
It's kind of like running a marathon when we're in our faith, because a marathon is a really long race.
Oh yeah,
and
I'd go like 2 feet and fall down. I'd be done.
So there's moments in a marathon where you start to feel like you want to give up. You reach mile 13 or 14 or 15, right? And you start feeling like
people actually run more than 10 feet.
Oh yeah, long ways.
Wow.
So they run these long marathons, right? And they have to have the stamina and endurance to run.
That's a good word.
What does endurance mean, Fed? Do you know? Do you want me to explain it to you?
Well, I would assume that I have no endurance. See, endurance means that I would keep going. Even after 10 feet of running, I would keep going. I'd say, I can do this. And I'd even practice beforehand to be able to run and keep going.
It's true.
Endurance, to be able to not fall down and just to stay up.
You know, practicing for a race is a good point that you just made there. How do we practice?
I made a good point.
You did.
Wow.
So how do we practice for the race, running a race with Christ? How do we practice for that?
Running a race with Christ?
Yeah, because running the race with Jesus is a long race, right? It's our whole life.
It's our whole life.
Once we become a follower of Jesus, that race starts, right?
It's true.
But how do we practice that race while we're running that race? How do we keep making sure that we're still staying in shape?
Oh yeah, because if I don't stay in shape, well, it becomes that much harder. Well, from the time that I gave my life to Christ and I said, Jesus, will you come into my heart? Would you be my Lord and Savior, my leader and my forgiver? From that moment, I realized how important it was to pray.
Ooh, yeah.
And to read the Bible and to talk to others about Christ and to go to church and do other things like that. So, yeah, like you said, I was staying in shape.
Yeah. So let's talk about one more thing real quick. So we talked about endurance, and I want to talk about that for a second because sometimes we need to have endurance through the tough times or struggles of that race, right? When we start hitting that wall. Like
when the Romans were not liking Paul and doing things to Paul that were not cool.
Exactly.
Like throwing him in jail, yet he could have said, I'm done writing letters. I'm done telling people about Jesus. I am now in a jail cell and these Roman authorities don't like me. I'm done.
That's true.
But he didn't give up.
Paul lost a lot following Jesus, right? So let me ask you, Fedge, during those struggles, during your race as a Christian, have you ever lost anything following Jesus?
Have I lost anything following Jesus?
Yeah, like even maybe friends or family members?
It's sometimes hard to reflect on that because when I gave my life to Jesus when I was younger, I had some friends that, they didn't like Jesus. And I didn't understand that. How do you not like Jesus? And how do you not believe that he is God and the one and only God? And those friends, they didn't believe in that, truth be told. And they didn't like that I liked that. I believed in that. So they looked at me and said, we can't be your friends anymore. And I thought, I've been with you every day. We've been hanging out. We're the best of friends. And they said, no. And I said, but I love Jesus more than this friendship.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick with Jesus on this one. And they said, okay, bye-bye.
It might cost us our friends, our popularity, and it even cost some people in the Bible their lives.
Their lives. It's true.
But we have to stand strong in the race with Jesus, right?
Absolutely. You got to stand in the place where you are now that. Think about Jesus and pursue him with all your heart. Stand in the place where you
Fedge,
are. Yeah.
before we wrap
like
up
my song?
today, I do.
Okay.
That's why I was dancing. Did you see me? So before we leave, I'm going to send a letter.
A letter?
So I've got
You know
this
how to
here.
write?
I do,
I
actually.
have no idea how to write.
Well,
Can you teach me one day?
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and write this
Friends
one.
at home,
Is that,
could you teach me how to
is that
write
okay?
one day?
Let me write
I'd
this
love to
letter
write
real
to
quick.
others like Paul did and tell them about Jesus and how awesome he is.
Okay, so I've got some questions that I wrote for tonight at Saturday night services on ECCO Show
sweet.
Live or Sunday morning services.
Sunday mornings.
Yes.
Oh,
so
that's
Sunday
awesome.
mornings, and if you guys are there in service, you guys are going to answer those questions
Sweet.
there in service. So I'm going to set that
I
there.
heard Fedry Dudok goes there, and
He does.
He's my twin.
He's pretty
I'm
cool.
a twin brother, and that's his name.
Wow.
Fedry Duda. Yeah, I'm Fedry D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Fedgy D. That's all we have from the ECCO Show
boy,
today.
that is all we have.
That's it.
I swear that I've met you somewhere else.
Yeah.
Do you have another possible twin brother, maybe?
I don't know.
I have no idea. Maybe a little longer hair, maybe.
Doesn't sound
Has
familiar.
a little bit of an accent.
Nope.
Kind of talks like this.
I don't know who you're talking about there,
Okay.
Fedgy D, but we're going to see you guys next week on the
Bye,
ECCO
friends.
Show.
Have a great rest of your week.
When night has fallen, when fear is coming, still you're calling me. When faith is lost and my hope exhausted, you will be my strength. When my mind says I'm not